We're in unparalleled times of change right now in terms of the business landscape as we change toward a post-pandemic new normal. And the question is, where does that leave us as business owners, and how can we go about capitalizing on the opportunities that this will create? The shift of consumer behavior has been immense, it can't be understated, and the effects of this migration online are only just starting to come to the surface as we begin to take stock of the last few months as the stats come in. A recent report from Statista reveals that the pandemic has led to a 44% increase in social media consumption, an 80% increase in traffic on media sites, and a 28% increase in more video streaming. Smartphone use has also rocketed up a massive 70%. Overall, we have jumped effectively 2 or 3 years in terms of online growth as a direct result of the changes that COVID has brought. Consumer behaviour has changed, that much is clear, and it's incumbent upon us as business owners to understand this and seek the opportunities within it. Otherwise, we risk withering away as businesses as our clients move their searches increasingly online, and those with a more progressive digital outlook will be able to get to these people first. Now the question is, how can we as businesses change how we market to take account of these sweeping changes that are happening right now? The short answer is simply by leveraging digital forms of marketing, and in particular video marketing, given it's a proven and really effective way of engaging with and fostering relationships with audiences online. But before we get into more content, just a quick and shameless shout out to click that like button if you're getting value from this video. Also, if you want to save this video for later, just press subscribe and the video will be magically saved by YouTube as a favourite for you, so you'll know where to come back to run through the video again in future. So, given the world and his wife are now increasingly online, you'd be crazy to overlook digital marketing as a key proponent of your marketing strategy, right? Well, I would certainly concur with that view, but then I understand I may be a bit biased. But whatever you may think as a business owner or entrepreneur about digital marketing, the point is you need to somehow get yourself and your business in front of pairs of eyes that are now not on trains, they're not driving past billboards or knocking around in cities looking at physical advertising on billboards or point of sale in shops. They're spending ever increasing amounts of time working from home, turning online to search for products and services. And fundamentally, there are 2 routes you can go down: paid for traffic and ads, and non-paid for or organic traffic. With organic reach on social sites like Facebook on the slide, because fundamentally they want you to pay for reaching more people, organic options of banging up some posts on Facebook and then watching as your phone rings off the hook just simply isn't the case anymore. The landscape there has changed. That is not to say though that sustained targeted Facebook campaigns won't work. They absolutely do. But the key difference between the likes of the social platforms is that people aren't there to be sold to. Fundamentally, they're social platforms. However, with Google and YouTube, they are search engines. People are going there to look for solutions to their problems or to get questions answered. Contrast that with the mindset that you find on Facebook and such like, where you're having to work slowly and subtly over time to get the audience there into some kind of buying state of mind first off, and then often you need to take them off platform to then convert and eventually sell to them. But that's just not the case on Google or YouTube. There, you're simply able to create video content around an answer to a question or a search query that someone has actually typed in. And that is where I believe, if you're a business owner, you can start creating content right now that answers people's specific questions and queries that they're actually typing in. You're helping them. You're starting to build a relationship based on help and advice, not a massive sales pitch. You're also starting to establish your expertise. You're giving your business a human face and starting to demonstrate to them the feel of your business and what it might be like to work with you. So if you start to create well-targeted and relevant content that has a clearly defined audience that's obviously aligned with your business and your expertise, then over time, people will come to look upon you as an expert in what you do. This builds over time. YouTube or any form of digital marketing is not a magic bullet that miraculously works overnight. It requires planning, strategy, and most importantly, consistency of implementation. By doing this over time, answering questions, resolving issues that people are typing into Google and YouTube, you'll start to build up trust, just as you would in the real world. The online world is no different. You have to demonstrate your value to people you first meet, and then you'll gather new clients and then turn them eventually, obviously, into returning clients. And add to that the fact that people on search engines are much lower hanging fruit in terms of getting them to potentially purchase from you, especially if you target keywords with buying intent. Someone, for example, searching Canon 123 camera to buy or Sony 123 camera review clearly has more purchasing intent than the more generic product name on its own, which could very well just be people looking to download the instructions rather than buy a camera itself. So, how can YouTube help businesses post-COVID? Well, quite simply, by offering a platform that allows businesses to create useful content for their audience that will demonstrate their expertise, give potential clients an insight into what it would be like to work with you based on a search that's been initiated by the audience, and also by making the content you create evergreen so it doesn't scoot off into the ether after a couple of hours, never to be seen again. And you combine that with the ability to be able to really target keywords and also locations. The combination of Google and YouTube together, I believe, is one that absolutely every business should be looking at making use of as we move into this new era. Well, listen, I really hope you got loads of value from this video. To dive into loads more detail about the strategy behind creating effective video content, as well as practical production how-tos, be sure to check out the other videos on this channel. It is designed as a resource to help businesses of all sizes to get the best out of video marketing. And if you'd like any help with any aspect of your video marketing, then just pop over to our website, mpvideoproduction.co.uk, where you can schedule a 30-minute consultation call with us, and we can brainstorm specific ideas and strategies that can help your business grow. Listen, thanks for watching and see you soon. Take care.